Okay, so this is the second composite figure that we have, and we need to find the surface area and the volume. So to find the surface area of that composite figure, again, we have to realize that this base right here is a covered area. So it doesn't count for surface area at all because we want the outside surface. So this covered base right here needs to be subtracted from the cone and from the cylinder. We're not going to use it at all. So I know I'm going to work with cylinder and cones. So I'm going to work with each one at a time so I'm not confused. So the surface area of a cylinder is the lateral area plus 2 of the bases. That's like what I know because it's a prism, or looks like a prism. It has 2 bases. But we agreed that one of the bases is covered, so I'm not going to work with both of them, just going to work with one. The lateral area of a cone is, the surface area of the cone is the lateral area plus 1 base. But again, we're not going to work with that base of the cone because it's covered. So to calculate the surface area, I'm just writing the formulas for them first. Okay, well, the lateral area of a cylinder, the lateral area is the circumference times the height. So the lateral area is just the circumference times the height. Well, what's the circumference? The circumference is pi times the diameter. And the area of the base is pi r squared. Okay, well, the radius is 5, so the diameter is 10. So I have 10 pi. The height of the cylinder is 6. Plus the area of the base, well, it's pi r squared. Well, r is 5, so square that is 25 pi. So I have 60 pi, because 10 times 6 is 60, plus 25 pi, and that's 85 pi. That's the surface area of the cylinder. We'll do the same thing for the cone. So the lateral area of the cone is half the circumference times the slant height. Okay, so I have just the height. I don't have the slant height of the cone, but I know I can get it. I have a right triangle that's kind of inverted. The radius is 5, the height is 12, and I can use Pythagorean theorem to figure out that hypotenuse. After you do Pythagorean theorem, you'll actually figure out that the slant height is 13, which is right here. Okay, so I have half of the circumference. Again, the circumference is 10 pi times the slant height, which is 13. And that will give you 65 pi. Half of 10 is 5, times 13 is 65. Okay, so now the surface area of that composite figure is pretty much those surface areas added. So 85 pi plus 65 pi is 150 pi. I think it was feet for this problem, so feet squared. If you multiply pi in, like 150 times 3.14, I think you'll end up with 471 feet squared. Okay, let's do the volume. So the volume of the cylinder I know that the volume of a cylinder is the area of the base times the height. I know that the volume of a cone is 1/3 the area of the base times the height of that cone. Okay, well, the area of the base we agreed is pi r squared, so 25 pi. Times the height of the cylinder, which is 6. So that would give me 150 pi. Okay, same thing here, 1/3, 25 pi times the height of that cone, which is in that case 12. I know 1/3 of 12 is 4, so 100 pi. So the total volume is just adding these two numbers together. So the total volume is 250. 100 plus 150 is 250 pi. If you decided to multiply pi in, you'll end up with 785 feet cubed. You may leave it with pi though if they tell you leave it in terms of pi. But you know, some people like to multiply 3.14. In that case, you'll end up with 785 feet cubed. Hope this helps. Thank you.